Hello, my name is Imelda, and today I will be talking about one of the most comprehensive and competitive examinations for English test. Any guesses? Yes, we will be talking about IELTS. What is IELTS? IELTS is International English Language Testing System. It is meant for those people who speak English as a second language, however, aspire to go to different countries either to pursue higher education or to migrate and work there and live there permanently. But in those countries, English is spoken as a first language and as the official language. So that is what IELTS is all about. Know a few facts about IELTS before we discuss this topic at length. First thing, a lot of people have misconception that if you're going to United States or any country where Queen's English is not spoken, you don't require IELTS. Wrong. The United States of America do accept IELTS score. There are various education and professional bodies who accept the IELTS score. Second thing, it's not very easy to book a test date for IELTS. Wrong again. Firstly, you have two ways and they're very convenient. First is either you go online and get your test dates booked. Only thing that you may want to note is that it will take some time before the test material or the practice material is delivered to your home address. So when you are booking a date, be conscious of the time frame. The second option for booking a test date would be either you go directly to maybe British Council and book the date. There they will give you the practice material in your hand, and from there you can start practicing. So let's see what IELTS actually tests you on. IELTS tests 4 skills of you. The first one is listening skills. Then we have the reading skills, writing skills, and speaking skills. They are basically those skills that you would require to survive in those countries. And especially if you're going for higher education, how will you communicate with others, or how will you articulate your thoughts and bring it into writing? So let's see the listening. The listening test will take no more than 30 minutes. You will be given a pair of headsets, which most probably will be cordless. You will have audio clips and a booklet in your hand. You will be given some time to go through these questions. There are approximately 40 questions that you can expect for IELTS listening test. As you get the booklet, you'll be given a minute or two so that you read through the questions, know exactly what are the keywords you're looking for. Are you looking for time, place, or a person, or anything else? So that's your listening. You have 2 sets of conversation. One is a monologue. One set will be a monologue. The other set will be conversation. One set of conversation would be between 2 people. The other one would be in a group of 3 to 4 people. So that's what you expect in IELTS listening. Moving on to general reading. Now, you've noticed I've written general reading and academic reading. It is actually meant for those people who have different purpose in mind when they're entering a country. For example, are you entering a country so that you can pursue a higher education, or you want to migrate so that you can work there and live there and start a new life? If you're going for higher education or any profession such as educators or nurse where you have to interact with people a lot, and plus you need really a lot of intellectual interaction, then you would go for academic reading. If not, you're going for pursuing secondary education or live a normal basic life, work probably as an IT engineer or any other person, maybe an HR manager, you don't require academic section of IELTS. You may want to go for general section. So that's a basic difference between academic and general section of IELTS testing. Again, this section will have 2 components. First is the reading. Second is the writing. Both these tests will last for 60 minutes approximately, each test. That means you will give 60 minutes on reading and 60 minutes on writing. In general reading and writing, in general and academic reading, you will get 3 sets of passages. The only difference between general and academic is this is based on more the day-to-day life. For example, the extracts will be taken from newspapers, magazines, notices, flyers, where you have to read about them and give your opinion, or for that matter, a conclusion or an explanation. However, academic reading will be a little more tougher as they are actually checking out your academic skills. So one of the major sources for extracts here are journals. And both of this will again have 40 questions. The only thing that you have to note is, since general is little more easier than academic, you have to score higher in general to increase your score bandwidth. So that's general reading versus academic reading. Now let's move on to general writing versus academic writing. In this writing exam, you are given 2 tasks. One is, for general, you will have a letter, and the other one will be an essay. However, when you're talking about academic, you have to go for a description and an essay. Letter and description are 150 words each. However, essay is 250 words. Again, here you're talking about general conversation, general description versus someone who is academically more intellectual conversation or description. Letter, you will be expected to explain or requesting to explain a situation. Description will be based on your graph, table, chart, and you will be expected to describe something like that in your own words. You may have to describe, you may have to summarize the entire table or chart. Essays are pretty much the same. However, this will be a very detailed argument or solution-centric essay. You have to put in your own thoughts. What do you think about it? Lastly, we have the speaking test. So I hope you're clear. We're talking about general writing and reading. It comes of 2 components, task 1 and task 2. General have letter and essay. Academic has description and essay. So moving on to the last section we have is speaking. Here they are trying to check your accent, your vocabulary, how you pronounce words, and how do you articulate your thoughts. Are you comfortable speaking to someone who speaks English as a first language? The first thing that will happen is a general topic. They may ask you to introduce yourself or talk about your education life or work life. The second thing will be they will give you a card, give you a minute to read the card, prepare your thoughts, arrange them, and give a 2-minute speech. 2 minutes speech. Okay, so it's 2-minute speech. And the final aspect of speaking would be they will ask you questions about this. So the questions will be for more abstract ideas of the card topic that you get. So that's all. It's a very simple concept, however, very comprehensive and very detailed test. Speaking of tests, now when you talk about tests, you have to talk about the score. There is no pass or fail in IELTS. The IELTS score will actually tell you your ability to converse or to comprehend things in English. Your score band will range from 1 to 9, where 1 means non-user, you can use basic words. 9 means that you're very professional, that you have you know the words and you are practically a master, or you have a very good English vocabulary. Sorry. So it's 1 to 9. The higher the score, the higher your score band would be. Last thing that you have to notice about score is that they usually round up to the next half or the next full number. For example, in each score you get 6.5, 7.5 in speaking, then you have 8, 7 here, and probably 6 here. It may happen that the overall score, the mean or the average of score, you get probably 6.25. In this case, they will round it up to 6.5. That means they're rounding up to the next half. If you get a score of 6.75, they will round up the score for you to 7. IELTS is considered one of the very fair tests that we have. It's basically to test your ability and your survival skills in English speaking country. So that's about it with the IELTS. I hope I was able to clarify the doubts that you may have. Now understand, IELTS topics are very comprehensive and everything cannot be covered in one session. So I will be taking these sessions individually and give you tips and tricks to ace IELTS. So that's about it. I hope you enjoyed my lesson. I will be back soon with probably new tips on skills and reading and writing. I'll see you soon. Have fun learning English. See you in a while.